Versus drift current, lonely we couldn't real what yeah, what are the expecting? Well, it feels like a long weekend over. Maybe because I just had to well with fail thing, pretty bad one here too. It took me and my husband. I don't yeah. Sort of but being able to this different, so we do have a double. You know, cold under very
Today's Monday and it's already 11, almost 12 o'clock noon, and I had a lot of work done already. This is what my work from home day actually looks like. No filter, it's not aesthetic. I tried to be organized and structured as much as possible, pero guys, hindi ko talaga na-accomplish yan. I've been working 9 years online and I have tried a lot of things to make a routine para maging organized and structured ako, pero talagang ang hirap. It comes in cycles na parang may moment na yes, ang momentum ko gumaganon and then nagsasunk in na naman siya. One thing that I've realized is that productivity is not a one size fits all. What might work for you might not work for me. What might work for me might not work for you. It really depends on yourself and your definition of being productive. Ang dami kong pinapanood na productive vlogs ever since kasi ang gandang tignan yung ibang tao na gumigising ng 5 a.m., 4 a.m., nag-walking na, nag-workout na at home, tapos yung iba nakapaglinis ng bahay, nag-prepare ng breakfast, at tapos haharap na sa computer magtatrabaho or hindi kaya aalis ng bahay kasi papunta na ng work, kumpleto na. They start their day well, perfect. Yung alam mo yun, yung parang ang ganda tignan. Pero in reality guys, sa akin, hindi ganun. I wake up around 5 or 6 a.m. Depende if I had a good night's sleep. Tapos, pagising ko, usually kasi my shift, depending on the time zone, usually it starts as early as 6 a.m. yung meetings. Meron din namang 7 a.m. So, I just make sure that I wake up 1 hour or 2 hours before the call, lalo na if I have to prepare pa for the meeting. And then, to be honest, hindi ako nakakapag-prepare. Ito talaga yung mukha ko. Wala pang makeup, wala pang ligo. Raw talaga. When I face client calls, I just make sure na naka-zoom filter ako. Yun lang. Tapos, nakainom na ako ng tubig. Yun lang. So, yun yung nangyari kanina sa meeting ko as early as 7 a.m. I woke up at 5:50 and hindi naman ako nagmamadali, but I just make sure na everything is set up sa desk ko. I charged my phone, my laptop, and everything else. Tapos, tinignan ko yung mga emails ko, check the admin, tapos, in-organize ko lahat. And then, yeah, after that, I'll just write everything down. And one thing I've learned about myself, guys, is that ang dami ko palang nada-download na productivity tracker before. Free, paid. Tapos, yon nag-work siya for a month, 2 weeks, pero after that, wala. Hindi ko na siya nagagamit. Nagiging overwhelming na siya for me. So, yun talagang binabalik-balikan kong productivity tool is yung notebook and pen ko lang, just Google Calendar. I find that really works for me kasi ang tingin ko kasi sa brain ko is ganito eh. Multiple tabs are open all at once and it feels overwhelming. So, for me to function well is that I have to close all those tabs in my brain, and the only thing that I can close that tabs kasi ang mindset ko, if I close all the tabs, I will forget it. So for me not to forget all the tabs that are open, I have to put it down or write it down in a notebook. So that's why I write everything down sa notebook ko. And then I use color coding for everything. My pen, black pen, that's my main color of ball pen to write things down. My blue pen, for writing down notes, example, I'm in a meeting, tapos may feedback yung client ko. I use blue ball pen for that, parang note taking. Tapos, I use also this one to asterisk the task that I wrote down using the black one. I asterisk the task, especially if it's a priority for this week. Tapos, red one is if it's a priority, an urgent task, I have to do that. And if the task is already done, I check it with the red one. If it's a very, very important task, I use exclamation point beside the task using the red ball pen. Kasi parang it's easier for me if I skim the notebook, ano yung mga blue inks na yon, ano yung mga red inks na yon, yun yung tinitignan ko. And then what I wrote down on the notebook, I also mirror it to my Google Calendar. So in my Google Calendar, you will see two things there. Merge na yun ng personal and work-related. But two things lang ang nasa Google Calendar ko, event and task. Event is yung naka-time block. Like for example, I have to do a deep work, 4 hours for content creation. I block that time. If there's a meeting, events din siya naka-block. If there's an appointment for a doctor, events siya naka-block. If it's a task, naka-task reminder lang siya. Tapos nilalagyan ko lang ng oras kung kailan ko gusto ma-remind for that task. Tapos mark complete lang. Kasi for me, ang productive ako if I tick off a lot of tasks from my list. I find it, guys, na there are a lot of interruptions and distractions along the day. Kahit gaano pa ka-organize yung day mo, meron lang mga last minute na task na papasok, personal or work related, na ipapagawa ng client or sa'yo na meron parang emergency or meron ka pang lang nakalimutan kailangan mo i-insert. You have to learn how to adapt or work around it and be open na hindi natin talaga control kung anong mangyayari. So right now it's 12 noon. I'm gonna work again. So yesterday, I time blocked 12 noon until 2 p.m. I did my deep work. Hindi ko natapos lahat, but I was able to finish most of my task, almost half of it. So, okay na din yun. And then, yes, today I'm gonna work. I was supposed to work up early, kaya lang again, hindi ko nagawa. I'll be having a meeting later at 8 a.m. and then another one at 10. Since it's 6 a.m., I'm gonna spend 1 hour for myself. I'm going to edit YouTube video that I will upload on Friday, this Friday, and it's going to be about what I've learned working online for 9 years. So yeah, if you haven't watched that, it's before this video. So I'm gonna upload that, and after that, I'm gonna review all of my tasks for today and the rest of the week, and I'm gonna prepare myself for the meeting at 8. And after that, I'm gonna prepare breakfast, and then prepare for another meeting at 10 and then do my deep work. So yun ang work from home style natin. Sometimes it's really good and productive. Sometimes naman it has a lot of distractions, and it's okay. It's okay to be distracted kasi we're human. Normal naman yun. After the distraction, make sure na you were able to cope up and bring back your momentum. And yeah, if you have any other techniques or tips on how to bring back your momentum after the distractions, let me know below. Comment down. I love to read it. So it's 11. I already had my brunch. I was really focused working kanina. So, after my call sa 8 a.m., before nag-start yung 10 a.m. call ko, I had a chance to work naman for 2 hours. I worked on creating a post for this week. I also started repurposing some YouTube videos into a value post. And next naman, after nito is I will do some write-ups for a blog post. So, ayun, what I've learned over the years is that pag di ko talaga kaya, like if nadidistract na ako, wala na yung mood ko to work, hindi ko pinipilit. And I'm so really thankful naman that I have clients that really doesn't require me to work an 8-hour shift straight. Yung mga naging clients ko and this current client of mine, they're very flexible. Tapos ang paniniwala nila is that work ka lang sa time na most effective ka. Kasi dun nila nakukuha yung quality ng work mo. And sa akin kasi as a marketing manager, hindi hours yung kinocompute namin or hindi hours yung binabasehan namin sa KPIs ko. Ang tinitignan namin is yung deliverables ko. And this will be like my output. Yung mga blog post na ginagawa ko, yung mga marketing strategy if they are working and if they're not working. Ngayon, pag wala na ako sa mood, na distract na ako, hindi ko na pinipilit. So, I will take a break. Ginagawa ko is either I read a book or I listen to a podcast or I watch movies on Netflix or sa Prime. Or I sleep, depende sa mood ko. And depende sa gusto kong gawin ko sa break ko. And after that, if may time pa, I will go back to work. Or not, I will call it a day. So, yun lang. Siguro ang thought ko dito is, when working from home or in this online work, if nadadistract ka na or if wala ka na sa mood, huwag mong pilitin kasi ang ending niyan, hindi mo naman talaga magagawa yung trabaho mo. So, yun lang. I think yun lang. And so, enjoy ko muna yung break ko, guys. Manonood muna ako ng Netflix. And siguro, baka makakatulog ako. And after that, I'll go back to work at 12. Ano na bang oras ngayon? It's 11:10. So, I'll have a 30-minute break or 35 minutes break. And then, I'll be back working at 11:45 and then until 45. And then, I'll call it a day. and log out of my computer. You know, guys, I really am not good with the vlogging because I haven't really filmed yesterday after work. So yeah, it's 8 a.m. by the way, and I really love our blackout curtains because really effective. We're gonna prepare breakfast, and I think I mentioned about working from home. Na alam mo yun, yung you don't know when you're gonna stop working, when you're gonna start working. Walang time in, time out. And yun yung mahirap dun sa pag-work online or working from home. Well, there are times na meron naman kayong mga time tracker. Yung iba dyan may mga time tracker. But for those who are freelancers, who have flexible clients, who doesn't require time trackers, mahirap talaga. So, I think the important thing is learn to set boundaries when you're gonna start working and when you're gonna stop working. And pag sabing stop, talagang turn off the laptop, turn off your computer, tapos shut off sa mga tabs dyan sa utak nyo. Close it off. Close it talaga. And then just enjoy your personal life. That is what I mean about work-life balance. So, yun yung gusto kong i-share kasi I've learned that the hard way. Ang tagal kong natutunan yan, working from home. Kasi I was working per hour. So, if I don't work the 8-hour shifts, I don't have that income that I'm going for. So, parang yun, I didn't set any boundaries for me. That's why it was that easy to get burned out. And I don't want you to experience that. If you're watching this and you're feeling that you're getting burned out kasi you feel that you are tied up sa hours nyo and everything, set boundaries, guys. Learn to set boundaries. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be all worth it. I'm gonna prepare breakfast. I'm gonna see you in the next clip. Dito tayo sa sasakyan. Nag-aantay tayo kay hubby kasi meron siyang ginawang errands. So while waiting, napag-isipan kong i-continue yung boundaries na pinag-usapan natin kanina. Kasi nga naputol yun kasi nag-prepare ng breakfast tapos sunod-sunod na nag-work na ako. You have to also have a place or designated space for you to work para ma-protect mo yung mental downtime mo. Na-realize ko to kasi dati, yung perception ko ng work from home is work from anywhere. So kahit nasa bahay ako, kahit nasa dining table, nag-work ako sa living room, nag-work ako doon sa sofa, sa kwarto, doon ako nag-work. Meron nga akong portable desk na yung nauusong portable lap desk bang tawag doon dati? Meron ako noon. So parang yung mindset ko is rest and work are the same. So hindi siya pala dapat ganun. Na-realize ko lang yun over the years. This past 2 years lang, na-realize ko siya na kailangan pala meron akong space talaga for working. Meron ako isang room sa bahay na doon ko talaga nilalagay yung laptop ko, doon ako nagtatrabaho. So every time nandun ako sa loob ng kwarto na yon, my husband knows that I'm working and my mind is triggered na this is work. So, pag off ko na yung computer, alis na ako sa kwarto, alam na ng body ko at ng mind ko na this is already rest. I'm gonna do things for the home para sa amin. Tapos, I am gonna take a rest and wala nang trabaho na nasa utak ko. Although I have my emails sa phone ko na access ko siya, yung work emails ko, I have notifications pag may pumapasok na email. Pero alam ng mind ko na hindi. Papasok lang yung notification na yan, pasok lang yung email na yan, but I will not entertain those emails or messages. And then, other people naman may not realize na you're working, especially sa family mo. You have to be clear to them. Communicate clearly to them na nagtatrabaho ka. Hindi ibig sabihin na nasa bahay ka, pwede ka nilang madistorbo kasi ina-assume nila na pag work from home, available ka anytime. So you have to clearly communicate to them na these are my working hours, may calls ako sa ganitong oras, pwede less disturbance, less distractions, ganon. Para hindi kayo ma-frustrate both sides. And then, burnout creeps faster when hindi mo nasa-separate yung time mo. So, kailangan mo talaga mag-rest. So, having the boundary is really important.